Hey everyone, this is Regina with the Regina Drury Real Estate Group in beautiful Wilmington, North Carolina. I want to talk about a very important topic. If you're thinking about moving out of your home, some of you might be saying to yourself, should you make your house a rental or should you sell it? Well, that's a tough question right now, a lot tougher than you think. If you owned your house for several years, some of you might be looking at equity over $200,000. Well, that's pretty exciting. But you see, if you make it a rental, of course, you might be excited about how low your interest rate is on your home. Here's something important to think about, though. A couple of things. First of all, if you make your house a rental, understand there is a huge tax advantage that you're going to lose out on. You see, not everyone knows that when you've lived in your house for at least 2 years out of the last 5, so 2 years out of the last 5, our lovely government says you don't have to pay taxes on the gain if it's up to $250,000 gain as a single person or $500,000 as a married couple. So no tax if you lived in the home for at least 2 out of the last 5 years. Now, someone said to me, well, if I make it a rental, then what happens? Well, let's say that you rent the house out for 4 years and then you decide you no longer want to keep it as a rental. Unfortunately, you will have to pay tax on 100% of the gain at that time. So whatever you sell the house for, you're going to have to pay tax on the increase over what you purchased the house for. So on your gain. Here's something else to think about. Another problem. Well, first of all, let's go to that tax problem for a minute. So let's say you have $200,000, right? And the average person, let's say they pay 20% in tax. Well, $200,000 gain is a $40,000 tax bill. So think about, once you pay your mortgage, your homeowner's insurance, your upkeep, how much additional are you making on the rent, above what your overhead is for the house? Is it worth losing $40,000 or more in taxes when you decide to sell the house? Okay, second problem, something else to think about. Everyone loves the value of the house right now, but what if values decrease? Well, here's something to think about. If you turn your house into a rental right now and the value of your house decreases, you don't get to take a loss on the value of your house. If your value of your house, let's say it's $500,000 right now and it goes to $450,000, you don't get to take a loss on the house. However, if you sell your house and you don't pay any tax on the gain and you go buy a rental somewhere, if let's say you buy a $500,000 house today and it drops down to $450,000, when you sell that property in the future, you will be able to take the loss of the $50,000 loss. Another reason why converting your residence to a rental might not be the best financial decision. These are just a few things to think about. If you have more questions about making your home a rental, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, I am a huge fan of owning rentals, but I don't believe that if you've lived in your house for at least 2 years and you have a large gain, at least $100,000, I don't think it makes sense to make it a rental. So please reach out to me and we can talk about it further. Talk to you soon.